Hi, hello everyone. Today we are going to see some basic concepts of C language. So, let me explain briefly that why so many languages are there in market. Suppose if you want to develop any site, we have some web designing languages called HTML, JavaScript or CSS, whatever it is. So, for each and every platform we have a separate language. So where all these languages came from and what is the main importance of each language is evolving day by day. Okay guys, let me explain briefly. Now I'm going to teach you some basic concepts of the C language. So before going to start about the C language, let me explain some basic concepts in C. So in the introduction part we are going to cover about the introduction to C, history and why all these languages came, blah blah blah, and why C is called with the different names. Okay, let's skip to the new slide guys. This video is going to be a boring video, I know that, but before starting to the coding we must know why all these languages came into the picture. Okay, if you see the history, the first language evolved in early 60 was Algol 60, which was developed by the International Institute. So that language was only for the organizations which they are talking about the security and the high robust kind of thing. So the most disadvantaged thing is nobody was interested to learn about this language and it's very difficult and time and cost is very high. It's very difficult to learn. Similarly, CPL, which stands for Combined Programming Language in 1963, as well as Basic Combined Programming Language developed by Martin Richard. Okay, all these languages are very important, but the basic functionality and the basic future is these languages are not able to cover, as well as it is not a user friendly languages. These languages are only specific for an organization which it will not be communicated with the outside world. Okay, when come to the C language, it was developed in 1972 in AT&T Bell Laboratories, which is called American Telephone and Telegraphy, which is going to overcome the drawbacks of BCPL as well as the B language. So more importantly, it is a machine dependent, but don't forget it is not a platform independent. So that's it is a platform dependent language. So when you see the all the histories and why and when it was standardized why in 1999. So if you see there is something called ANSI and ANSI ISO. These are the very big standardization committees guys. It's very useful. Please make a note of these two organizations are very important because ANSI stands for American National Standard Institute. It is a committee where any languages is coming into the picture. These committees are going to put some standards. If you are going to release the same version of the C language, you have to follow the certain standards provided by us. So likewise in 1989 as well as in 1980, ISO, International Standard Organization, these two organizations came into the picture and it was completely standardized in C99, which is called 1999 year. See, there is a 10 years gap nearly. If you see the graph, in 1978 as well as in 1989, see, in between these 10 years, so there is no concept of these two committees. So every company has begun to develop its own C language to communicate with the market. So the problem is every company has a very big problem. So employees has to learn each and every version of the C language that is available in the market. So if they want to shift from one company to another company, or if they want to start with a new career, so they need to learn more than 10 versions of the C, because each company has its own standard. So that's why these two companies and these two organizations come into the picture. That is very boring, guys. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, I'm going to use MSC Turbo C++, uh, one of the IDE for developing the C language. It's the most important thing. Either you can use any one of the IDEs to start your implementation, either by using it as a Turbo C++ I'm using now. Now there are so many IDEs are available in the market, so that you can choose any one of those IDEs to write your own programming. So most probably I will prefer to take Turbo C++, so that it is very useful for you to do the programming and every step of it. Okay guys, so in this video we are going to see the very small and basic program in C language. As of now we covered the basic things like history and when it was evolved, blah 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 concepts. The main founder of this C language was Dennis Ritchie. He is from AT&T, that is American Telephone and Telegraphy Laboratories. He's the one of the developer there. So before going too much about the history, where you can study later in offline videos, okay, if you see that, you can able to learn more about the history and what this author is doing, all the things. So without wasting our time, we are going to directly step into the coding part, guys, because this is the main phase that you have to concentrate more. Okay guys, let's begin with the next tutorial. See you later, guys. This is Vikram. Please don't forget to subscribe me on a next video tutorial. Thank you so much, guys.